Okay, let's get real. If you told me last year that one of the freshest, most addicting games of 2025 would involve a bunch of adorable robots, a post-apocalyptic Earth, and town building that's halfway between Animal Crossing and Hades, I would have laughed you out of the room. But here we are, Linked. Banner of the Spark exists, and it's probably one of the most unique games I've played in ages. If you're new to veteran game, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives and honest reviews. Let's break down why Linked might be the sleeper hit of the year or just a cute mess with a mean streak. Here's the setup. Humanity tried to fix the planet with AI, but it all went sideways. Fast forward to 30XX, the Earth's wrecked and helpful robots called Unibots were supposed to save us. Instead, most are locked up, and the remnants of humanity aren't doing much better. You play as one of the last surviving humans stuck in a robot prison who escapes thanks to a snarky little Unibot named Buddy. Together, you set out to rescue more bots, build a secret town, and try to save what's left of the world. Sounds wholesome, right? It is. And then it's absolutely not. The gameplay is split into two main parts, fast-paced roguelite dungeons and surprisingly robust town management. In classic roguelite fashion, every time you jump into a mission, the levels are randomized. You start each run with a basic weapon, and if you're anything like me, big hopes that you'll actually make it past the halfway mark this time. The combat is slick, intense, and not afraid to punish you if you get lazy. Enemies telegraph some attacks, but don't get too comfortable. Bosses and late-level bots can string together combos that'll have you mashing dodge and praying for a revive. But don't worry. Even if you get wrecked, you always come back to your home base, your very own customizable robot village. And this is where Linked gets weirdly addictive. Your base starts out empty, but every mission you complete adds more rescued Unibots to your roster. Some set up shops or offer upgrades, while others just hang out and help run the town. Want to build a cozy house with a garden? Go for it. Prefer a shop on the left, smithy to the north, and a bench where you can sulk after dying in a boss fight. The layout is all up to you. You can even design the landscape, add decorations, and go fishing or hunt for hidden BT bots on the side. It's not just set dressing either. These Unibots can join you as AI companions in combat, making some of those tougher missions a little less lonely. The gameplay loop is basically this. Dive into a dungeon, fight your way through waves of enemy bots and traps, gather loot and resources, and then return to town to upgrade, expand, and customize. Between missions, you'll be talking to Unibots, crafting new gear, cooking food, and deciding what to upgrade next. It's got all the cozy sim vibes you'd expect. Villagers with their own personalities and quests, an ever-expanding town, and so many customization options that I found myself spending way too much time tweaking the placement of lampposts and pawns. Sue me, I like my town to look nice. And then it's right back to dungeon crawling. Each mission gives you a chance to choose your weapon loadout and apply mission-specific upgrades, like extra elemental damage or new attacks. You'll find cores that can freeze or poison enemies, and the best part is every run feels just a little different. The dungeons ramp up in difficulty fast, and if you're not careful, you'll be seeing that game over screen more than you'd like. But if you're a fan of learning attack patterns and clutch dodging, it's deeply satisfying to finally take down a boss that's been giving you grief. Now let's talk about the multiplayer, because wow, this is where Linked both shines and stumbles. The co-op is a blast with friends. You can team up, show off your town, and tackle missions together. If you're short on human friends, don't stress. You can bring Unibot partners with you. And the AI isn't half bad. Where things get dicey is the online mode itself. For some reason, you're forced to start in online mode just to access offline mode. Makes zero sense. Accidentally click the wrong option, and you'll be sitting through agonizingly long loading screens before you can even play. I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea, but it's the biggest speed bump in an otherwise smooth ride. Offline mode, thankfully, runs much better. Still, online should never be this clunky in 2025. Let's dig into the atmosphere and style. The world of Linked is absolutely charming, bright colors, cute robot designs, and an art style that's both inviting and easy on the eyes. Unibots wander your town with bouncy animations and beep boop voices. usually adorable, but I'd be lying if I said Buddy's constant beeping didn't drive me a little nuts after a while. It's cheerful, it's playful, and it's almost impossible to be mad at the game's look, even when it's serving you a brutal loss in a dungeon. The music, it's fine, serviceable, never distracting, but you're not going to be humming any of these tunes in the shower. And yeah, some item descriptions are written in cryptic runes, which lore nerds might find frustrating. If you love picking apart a game's backstory, expect to do a little head scratching here and there. One thing I wish was different. You can't clear multiple quests in a single mission. Every quest is tied to its own distinct run, which can make progression feel slower than it needs to be. For a roguelite, padding the length like this just feels unnecessary. When the game gets it right, like with the endlessly collectible bitty bots, fishing, and just wandering around your home base, it's perfect for short bursts or marathon sessions alike. If you're here for combat, Linked has you covered. Every weapon type feels unique, from swords to hammers to the wild claw, and with each run, you're making real progress toward permanent upgrades. The roguelite structure means you'll always have that just one more run itch. But if you're not into learning enemy patterns and trial and error fights, the early hours might feel a little rough. There's a learning curve for sure, especially when enemies start throwing multi-hit combos your way with little warning. But stick with it, and you'll unlock Unibot allies, open up new base features, and start carving out a home that feels truly your own. There's something special about coming back from a tough dungeon run, fishing for a bit, rearranging your little village, and watching your crew of robots go about their daily routines. The social sim elements, while not as deep as full-blown life sims, add just enough personality to make the world feel lived in. So who should play Linked, Banner of the Spark? If you love roguelites, dungeon crawlers, or base building with actual stakes, this is a must-try. If you're a sucker for cute robots and want a game that's easy to jump into, but hard to put down, you'll be hooked. Just know that the online features could use some serious work, and if you're looking for a super deep RPG story, this isn't that game. All in all, Linked is the kind of game that'll sneak up on you. What starts as a cute, colorful romp quickly becomes a genuinely challenging, surprisingly addictive adventure that mixes genres in ways I didn't expect. It's not perfect, but it's proof that indie games can still surprise, even in a year packed with big budget releases. For every annoying loading screen, there's an epic boss fight or a moment of pure town building zen that makes it all worth it. That's the verdict from Veteran Game. What do you think? Are you here for the chaos, the cuteness, or just the fishing minigame? Drop your wildest Unibot town layouts and dungeon stories in the comments below, and let me know if you managed to survive Buddy's endless beeping. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more brutally honest takes and gaming deep dives. Until next time, may your upgrades be permanent and your towns forever cozy.